I love making fall decorations, and especially I love making fall wreaths. One of the things I like best about them is it's so much less expensive to make your wreath than to buy it. So I was looking around on the internet at just different wreaths and some of the prices, and I found one really pretty at Crate and Barrel, but it was $65. And I kind of looked at it and saw what I could do to duplicate it, and so that's what I'm going to show you today. So if that's what you're interested in, then you're in the right place because we're going to get started. Okay, I'm just taking this chalk paint, which is actually acrylic paint, but it looks like chalk paint because it's matte. But we're going to just dab some into our paintbrush into the chalk paint, and I'm just briefly catching sort of the edges. I don't want to paint the whole pine cone blue or green, sage green, but I want it to have that color on it. So I'm just going around and doing some of the edges of actually all of the edges of the pine cone, and that'll just give us the color, and it looks so pretty with this color and the brown. And so I'm just going to finish dabbing some of these. Then we're gonna do a little bit more. Then we're gonna get the rest of the wreath ready. And if you want some more fall decoration ideas, then go to my website at celebrationelevation.com, and I have a blog post from last week on there, and I also have another video here on YouTube, so you can check that out, and that's the fall decor. So look at those, and you can kind of see some of the others. The others that I did last time, I didn't do with this color scheme. They're the traditional fall color scheme, but I think they look really pretty. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little more of these pine cones. And I found some pine cones that were really cute, and they were really small on Amazon, but I found these bags actually just at Target, in that, in the front of the store they have like a $3 bins or the $1 bins, and so it was $3 for each of those bags of pine cones. But I'm gonna put links for everything for you below this video, so you can check out, if you want to make some of these things, you can just click on the links and it'll take you right to Amazon, and I will have either the same things that I'm using here, or it will be equivalent that I find on Amazon for you. So you can check those out. And if you like these videos, which I hope you do, then please hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up button, and that way I can continue doing more of these for you. And we have a lot more fall coming up, fall decorations, and then comes Thanksgiving, and then Christmas. It just kind of goes all year, Now that we have some of these pine cones drying and we'll be ready for our wreath, we're gonna wrap the burlap around it. So what I do usually is I just take a place, I turn over a corner like this or over an edge, and then I take a place in the back and I use my glue gun, and I just glue it to the wire edge like that. So once I get the edge put on, then I'm just gonna go around and I'm gonna wrap it. Ow, burn myself again. This is why you should always have cold water next to your glue gun. I can't believe I did that again. Okay. Okay, when I start with the burlap, I'm just continue on around. We're just hiding the wire and giving our other items a place to to glue things onto. Let me show you in here. I'm just gonna turn the edge under the wreath so it looks like this on the back. And then I'm just going to start wrapping around. And it's a little awkward because this is a large piece of burlap, but you just want to go around it and around it like this. So you can see I'm almost around the whole wreath. And then I'm going to snip off the edge like so. Why do people say like so? That sounds weird, doesn't it? If you think about it. Do you ever have those words that like you say it a few times and you think, is that really how you say that? Is that really a word? Just, maybe not, maybe you don't have that. Okay, let's do my ridiculously small glue gun again. I'm having glue gun troubles all the time. I really just need to find the perfect glue gun and then I will tell you all about it. Right now I'm recharging a rechargeable glue gun because I forgot to charge it, but that's okay, this is gonna work for now. So we have the whole thing covered right here. I'm just gonna give it a second to dry because I don't want it to glue it to my craft paper. So I like to use craft paper on my surfaces now. I bought like a roll. I'll show you. Like a big roll of it. It was super inexpensive and I just cut off a piece and tape it down to my surface whenever I'm making something, then I don't have to worry about the cleanup. So I will link that I will link that below this video as well. Okay, so now we're gonna get started with the rest of it. I wanna start with these eucalyptus leaves. And we're just gonna I have wire cutters. I bet you could just use your scissors, but I just like, for these things, it's just like a little snip and it's done with the wire cutter. So that's what I'm gonna use. And the thing is, with this burlap now, we can kind of tuck the, yeah. So we can tuck the stem underneath the burlap and kind of go around this way. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the pieces in place and then I will glue them because I don't want to glue them yet. I want to make sure I do it exactly how I want it. And by the way, these came, so I got a bunch of these just like this, and they came in a bag like this from Amazon. So I'm going to link that for you as well. But I think they're so pretty and they worked out perfectly with with this color scheme. So, okay. So basically that's what you're doing. You're just clipping and tucking. And you can let me see if I can show you here. You can just tuck it into the burlap. It doesn't even have to be on a seam of the burlap. You can tuck it anywhere. And then I want it to cover the burlap pretty well so that it's sort of the white, I don't know if these are white or cream color, but these eucalyptus leaves. You could use any kind of white or cream color foliage that you want. I just thought these were so pretty. The leaves are really wispy and it looks different. It's not the typical fall leaves that you would find. So I liked that. Okay, so this one I was trying to stick in farther, but these leaves blocked it and I want it to go a little farther in. So I'm just gonna clip off the bottom 2 leaves on this one, just like that, so I can push that in further. There we go. And then if you have any extra petals like that, you can just glue these anywhere when you're finished. So now I'm gonna just keep going around and gluing this, and I will speed up the video for you so you don't have to watch me this whole time doing this, because it's just basically the same old thing. So another thing I want to mention is you'll notice when I'm putting these into the wreath, I'm doing them all in the same direction. So the leaves are all running the same way, so you don't want them to go this way and that way. They're all going the same direction, and that's how it's coming out. So I'm just gonna put a few more in here to fill in some of the spots, and then I'm just gonna add some glue, the hot glue gun, to some of the little stems so that they stay in place. And then we'll get to work on some of the other parts of it. But I love the way it's looking, by the way. And so it does turn out to need, for this, I would buy 2 packages of these eucalyptus leaves. Okay, so I made the executive decision not to add the maple leaves like I was thinking I would. I think sometimes less is more, and I'm really liking the way this looks. I think it's really pretty. So I do want to add a few of the pine cones that are tinted with the blue on the bottom. So get those in there. Just kind of sparingly adding the pine cones. Need some more glue. And the pine cones are heavier, so they're going to require a little bit more hot glue than you were using probably for the white eucalyptus leaves. I don't know why I'm keep forgetting eucalyptus. I guess because they're so different than any eucalyptus I've seen. I'm just gonna put a few on here, and these are pretty small pine cones. I don't want to overdo it either. And I went around and I just kind of glued the edges of the eucalyptus leaves, the stems, into wherever I put them. And I did use the full 2 packages because, I mean, it looks nicer with it being fuller. So that's why I used the whole thing. I didn't think I would need them both, so I'm glad I did get 2. So now you know, if you want to recreate this yourselves, get 2 of them. And like I said, I'll link them for you. Oh, I'm so unhappy with myself that I didn't recharge my rechargeable glue gun, because I'm using this little one and it's kind of small. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a few of these pumpkins. It's funny because it gets me in the mood for fall doing stuff like this, but in reality, right now outside my house, it's probably 95 degrees. So, it's hot, but but it's almost September here. Well, it's almost September everywhere. It's almost September when I'm taping this video. So it, you know, feels like fall's getting close, and it's never too early to get your fall decorations at least ready to go, especially before, you know, some of the stores run out of the supplies that maybe you want for fall. Okay, how many do I have in here? 3. Maybe I'll do 1 more pumpkin. I think this looks really pretty. So I hope you guys like it too. I hope you'll make it. It looks good. What do you think? I think it looks pretty good. I'm trying to decide if I want to put a ribbon on it, but I think it looks so nice like this. I don't even think it needs a ribbon. So I think that's it, guys. I think I think I'm gonna leave it like this, stop while I'm ahead, and get ready to hang it. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you like this project, and I hope you'll come back and join me next time for my next projects. Thanks guys, bye.